Oh, there we go, ladies and gents, it's back. How are you all? I hope I'm on the right connection for the audio. Yes, it seems so. How are you all out there? I was muted for a second. uh, if you're a Cowboys fan out there right now, I feel for you today. I know that you must be having a very difficult afternoon. I know we have some Cowboys fans in the chat normally. They did not have a good day. And Lula, hey, how are you? Good to have you here. I'll say hello to everyone in the chat. Catatonic was here earlier. Good to see you. There you go. Beth B with the cute puppy dog. Good to see you. Emily Narb, Marlene Clausen, Woos was also here. See Anna, Nana Lana. Who else was here? Hey, Bambi made it. Hey, Bambi. Good to see you. Uh, Amy was here as well. And Lula, who we said hello to before. Brenny. Yep, another Maria is also here. Marjorie made it. Hey, Stardust as well. Who else? Hey, Edget. Good to see you. Hello from a very cold Chicago area. Sorry to hear it's so cold. I know there's a lot of places that are getting freezing temps, freezing spray. Must be what it's like to live in the deadliest catch. Shock is here. Hey, Shock. All right. Let me get the camera set up and then we'll get going. Oh, there's a missing girl. So we're going to start with that. This one. There's a missing girl. And I hope my camera's working. Hey, guys. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see everyone. This missing woman or missing girl, she's 15. Her name is Olivia Willis, 15, also answers to the name Olive. I was going to say Ollie, but it's Olive. She was last seen 5 p.m. Saturday near the 1580 Newburgh Highway in Woodburn, Oregon. Police are asking for the public's help in finding a missing teenager who walked away from her home Saturday after making statements to her family about harming herself. Uh, I want to say it's Olivia, is 5 feet 9 inches, weighs about 217 pounds. 217 pounds, is that right? I guess so. She has green eyes, dark brown hair. When she left her home, she was wearing light blue skinny jeans, a burgundy shirt, black zip-up hoodie, black glasses, and she was carrying a white, brown, and black tie-dyed backpack. She was also with the family's white Chiweenie dog. Is that like a Chihuahua and something else, mixed breed? Apparently, she's also in the company of this man here, Jonah Krastoff. Uh, he has an interesting history, and I can't confirm any of it, but someone in the comments here says Mr. Jonah was charged with felony accounts of that R word and sodomy just this past November, and they're asking why is he walking the streets and why isn't the DA doing something? That is concerning. I can't verify any of that, but um, he may have some past history. It's interesting. The other interesting thing I found about this young woman or young lady is this. This. This was in November 21st, 2023. And it says, be on the lookout for missing 15-year-old Olivia Willis, who vanished from Woodburn, Oregon on the 11th of the 1st, 23. Well, I don't understand what's going on here. Does she go missing every year in January? Or does she have a history of running away or something? It's really odd. And this was posted in November. So was she missing for 11 months? I don't know. But it's a little weird. It's a little weird. When I tried to search her name through Twitter, this is what came up. This is about the only thing that came up. Let me check this. No, see, it's been pulled down, so she must have been found at some stage. Let me try and search her name again. It's really weird. I don't understand what that. Maybe she's run away before. That's all I can think of. Let's see if there's any past history. No, see, it doesn't come up. That's really weird. There's another article here from Fox 12 Oregon saying about the same thing. The 15-year-old went missing on Saturday, is believed to be in danger. and police are asking for people's help in finding her. Olivia Willis, who also answers the name Ollie, yeah, we know all that. Uh, says here is believed to be with 21-year-old Jonah, who is currently unhoused and frequents the areas of Salem and Woodburn. He is 5 foot 11 inches tall, weighing 212 pounds. He has blue eyes and brown hair. Anyone with information about her whereabouts is asked to contact Woodburn Police Department. Yeah. So she's missing, the dog's missing, and she is possibly with that Jonah guy that we showed you in the other thing. I don't know. It's all a little weird. Let me see if you guys have any ideas. Bambi says, don't know if anyone heard about the Robin Simpson case here in Houston. My husband told me about it last night. She was murdered by her husband in front of their 8-year-old daughter. I hadn't heard of it, but we can have a look. She is 15 years old. 15. Very strange. Yeah, I'm not sure either what's going on, and it's a little weird. Yeah, hopefully she is fine, and this is sort of something she does. I don't know. Maybe she's befriended this guy, but he may have some sort of criminal history that doesn't work well with women, I guess. But I can't verify anything unless I have a look here. Hold on. Let's see if we can find any more information about this guy. Oregon. Let's see if there's any other information about him. No. I'm just looking at a couple of different sources for information. Yeah, there's really not a lot. It looks like there's even on some of the forums and that people aren't really, you know, giving up much information about either of them. It says here they must be old. There's a profile on Instagram. It says he's an 18-year-old male and loves to game, but yeah, can't verify that to me either. Okay. I guess if I hear anything about her, or if you're in Oregon and you know anything about her, send it into the police at 503-982-2345, or just go to your local police station and reference WPD case number 24-563. That's all we can do. Get her name and her image out there, and hope that someone locally can find her. I'll make that photo of her a little bigger. There it is. I don't have any more to add, just that it came across my alerts. Hey, Blue Moon, good to see you. How are you? Kim made it. Hey, Kim. And Leisha, EDM Leisha made it. Hey, Leisha. I was hoping you all might have had some better ideas about her, but yeah, she's 15. Yep. No one has a better idea. Well, I don't either. All I know is that she's missing, and hopefully we can provide awareness. That's what we do. All right, let's have a look at this. What is that case that was referenced in the chat? Robin Simpson. All right, let's have a look. It looks like this is at least from a few months ago. Hold on, let me go ahead here, share this tab. Houston stabbing, mother stabbed to death in front of child. Family questions, police response time. Family members of a murdered woman in Houston are raising questions about how long it took for police to respond to the night she died. The victim was identified as Robin Simpson. Police said she was stabbed to death by her husband in front of their 8-year-old daughter. I feel like we read about this at the time. Her family wants to know how long it took for police to show up after she called 911. ABC Houston affiliate KTRK went to Houston Police Department to get those answers, but officials said a request was needed. KTRK is still waiting a response. An officer on scene Wednesday told KTRK they entered the home after the couple's daughter came out and said, "Daddy is stabbing mummy. When I knew he couldn't stab me, auntie, I ran." Jeez. HPD responded to the victim's house about 4 a.m. She called 911 saying her husband, Michael Simpson Jr., was threatening her and their daughter with a knife. A friend says, "He could have just left, and to think this is the last thing my friend saw, she was terrorized to death, literally." Police said Robin Simpson died at the scene from stab wounds. Her husband is now charged with murder and aggravated assault for allegedly threatening their daughter, who was in the home at the time. According to police, Michael Simpson Jr. also stabbed himself and survived. He is out of hospital and in jail. Martin wants to know what went down between the time Robin Simpson called the police and when officers actually showed up. In this quote, it says, "They got there just in the nick of time to save him. I can't help but think if they had got there about 5 minutes earlier, she would have been saved as well." She added that Robin Simpson revealed that her husband began to spiral after losing his job over the summer. He allegedly kept that from his wife. Last weekend, Martin said Robin Simpson told her he was having suicidal thoughts. It wasn't anything that had gone on during the 12 years of marriage. No history of abuse. Weird. He must have just cracked or something under the stress of losing his job and then having to provide for his family, maybe other stresses as well. Um, According to Martin, Robin Simpson was a social worker, dedicated mother, and proud Delta sorority member. In a tragic twist of fate, Martin's own mother was murdered when she was a child. She says it's unfathomable to think her friend's daughter will have to endure the same pain. That's very sad. Martin and others were planning to fly in for a big party to celebrate her 50th birthday. They said they're still going to have that party and we're going to celebrate her life, basically. I feel like we did read this at the time. It sounds very, very familiar, at least to me. Let's see what this police news video says about it.
A family is searching for answers after a mother's violent murder earlier this week. Investigators say her husband stabbed her to death. Now the victim's family is questioning the response time of the police. ABC 13's Alex Bazarjian has the latest.
The family wants to know how long it took police to show up after the victim called 911. We did go to HPD for those answers, but what I can tell you is an officer on scene told us that they didn't go into that home until the 8-year-old girl came out and said, "Daddy is stabbing mommy." Not stabbed, but actively stabbing.
When I knew he couldn't stab me, Auntie, I ran.
A conversation Michelle Martin says she never thought she'd be having with an 8-year-old child she calls her adopted niece. The child's mother, Robin Simpson, is Martin's longtime best friend. On Wednesday, HPD responded to Robin's house around 4 a.m. She called 911, saying her husband was threatening her and their 8-year-old daughter with a knife.
He could have just left. He could have just left. And to think that that was the last thing that my friend saw. She was terrorized to death, literally.
Police say Robin died on scene from stab wounds. Her husband, Michael Simpson Jr., is now charged for her murder. He was also charged with aggravated assault for threatening their 8-year-old daughter. Simpson, according to police, also stabbed himself and survived. He's now out of the hospital and in jail. Martin wants to know what went down between the time Robin called police and when officers actually showed up.
They got there just in the nick of time to save him, right? He got saved. And I was, I can't help but think if they'd have got there 5 more minutes, 2 more minutes, I don't know, would she have been saved?
Martin says Robin told her Simpson began to spiral after losing his job over the summer, something he allegedly kept from Robin. Last weekend, Martin says Robin told her Simpson was having suicidal thoughts.
It wasn't anything that had gone on during the 12 years of the marriage.
There was no history of abuse, physical abuse?
No physical abuse, no.
Robin was just 49 years old and Simpson is 58 years old. Martin says Robin was a social worker, a dedicated mother, and her 50th birthday was coming up. Martin was planning to fly in from Philadelphia and bring a special tiara for her big day.
We're still going to give her a birthday party after her services. We're still going to celebrate her because I firmly believe that that's what she would want.
HPD tells us that we have to put in a request for those 911 calls, so we're still waiting on a response to that. But Martin says they plan to fly Robin back home to Philly to lay her to rest. In downtown Houston, I'm Alex Bozargian, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
My sister.
An all-round sad case, isn't it? I think, it's like a family torn apart because of circumstances leading to the stress, but also the actions of a man against his own family. I think that's terrible. Just wish there was more we could see leading up to it, more support groups for all people, men and women. Maybe it would stop some violent killings. Let's see. I saw insightful one. She says, just saying hello, Ping, and everyone else. Phone is about to die. I mean, you should give it like CPR and resuscitate it. Get it back on life support. How is everyone in the chat? Oh, Gambler made it. Hey, Gambler, good to see you. Blue Moon is also here. I saw Gambler say this. Just catching up, he arrived late. Just returned from the... I see he's always at the store at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I mean, I think he's some sort of shop burglar. I have a feeling. He says, it's cold out there, -9 degrees, -17 with wind chill. Actually, speaking about weather, Penguin was saying in the comments earlier that I keep saying when it's 30 degrees, it's 1 degree or whatever. Yeah, I use a real basic formula from going from Celsius or Fahrenheit to Celsius. I just -30. It's always a little off, but it's quicker than doing 32 or whatever it is. Hey, Kelly in Texas, good to have you here. Well, this way. Hey, how's it going? His bail is only 340,000, so he'd have to put up 34 grand. I don't know. Do they have that? Let me see. 340 grand. Let's see if there's anything else about him. Michael Simpson Jr. There's a change.org petition asking to revoke bail of Michael Simpson Jr. for brutal murder of Robin Simpson, domestic violence. They're asking that his bail be removed. It says the Houston PPD has denied right to know requests from several media outlets regarding the release of Robin's actual phone calls to the police and the timeline of officers' arrival time, along with body cam footage. Is that something they would normally release when they have an active investigation, though? I know they might release the 911 call, but would they release body cam footage this early? I don't know. Maybe it's going to form part of their evidence at trial, and they don't want to have it out in the public just yet. But it is a bit weird. It says Michael's father, Michael Simpson Sr., has retained a law firm in Houston, retained power of attorney for his son, and is now trying to help his son get bond because they have the means to do so, ignoring the fact that his granddaughter was traumatized as she watched her father brutally kill her mother. Her own grandfather is willing to traumatize his own granddaughter as he knows she is extremely afraid of her father, she's afraid that he'll come and try and kill her too. Despite the severity of the crime, the murderer has been granted bail by Judge Robert Johnson of Houston Criminal District Court. They're saying you can contact him at this address here, which is the local law court. It says Judge Robert Johnson is up for re-election in 24. Please remember this when you vote. Just trying to see if there's anything else in here. They say they're trying to raise money for an attorney to try help navigate us through the horrific process. Interesting. I find that interesting that they seem to be having trouble, but the accused individual in this murder, who killed his own wife and almost killed his own daughter, seems to be having all the success with the courts and with the lawyers and things like that. That's interesting. It's not good. I would like to see the victim's family treated with more respect and have more access with police. You would think the Houston PD's family liaison officer should be spearheading this for the family and making sure that they have what they need to go to trial or to go to court and fight for their rights against the perpetrator. I would like to know more about that, about why there's no assigned police officer to the family. That is something they don't talk about in here. But that's normally what happens. You normally get a PIO officer. Bambi says, I saw an interview from her mom. It must have been heartbreaking. Hey, Joe, good to see you. Maybe the only thing I can think of is maybe due to the crime, they have to, I know some of them, they have to offer a bond. I don't know if that's the case here, but you make a great point. If he's not stable, why would you let him back out into the public? This is where we have these issues where people do something violent, go to court, get out back on the street, and instead of just hurting someone, they go and murder someone. That happened down here a bunch of times in Australia, and I'm sure it happens in other parts of the world too. Who says, saw a crazy police chase in Bakersfield, California last night. It was a quad bike. They eventually got it, about 9 police cars involved. I feel like in America, especially California, whenever someone runs from police or they're chasing someone, it's almost like fun. They're like, hey, we've got a police chase on the radio. If you're nearby, just jump in. We're on Highway 218. Every car, let's fun. This is like Dukes of Hazzard. Let's go, everyone. All cars. You got a motorcycle. You got whatever. You got a bicycle, a horse, whatever you got, whatever police, whatever piece of equipment you got. Come with us on the highway. We're going to chase this guy down. That's almost what it feels like. Hey, Thavi, how are you? Oh, she said she sent me two photos to my email. Okay, I will check for that if I get it. It hasn't come through yet, but I hope it does. And then we can talk about that. But Popcorn says, helicopters provide good coverage. They do, right? I like the ones in Oklahoma and Texas and Kansas that fly around and look at the tornadoes. I mean, what a great job. If I was born in another life, I'd move there and do that. I'd become a helicopter pilot and just fly around the thunderstorms all spring. That'd be great. There you go. Bambi says, yes, in Texas, you can't charge anyone with capital murder unless it's 2 victims or more. And with capital, it can be no bond. That's what I was thinking of. We were talking about a case last week that had something similar, but the person was underage, so they couldn't be charged with capital. It could only be murder in the first degree or something. Leisha says if he's suicidal, he should not get bond. I agree. I think he should be remanded to a medical facility until such time that he can prove that he can even be a normal person or fit to stand trial or something. Releasing him into the community does no one any good. No one. Not the family, not the victim, not the general public. What's to say he doesn't leave whatever home he's assigned to, walk out in the middle of the street, think he has no more options left because he's going to court, and he kills like 4 more people just because he's like, well, I got nothing to live for. Let me just go out there and murder a few more people. Might as well. Already committed one. I mean, it's happened before. I wouldn't put it past people, especially unstable people. So, all right. Thank you for letting us know about that case, but I do believe we spoke about it once before. Let's have a look at this. Arrest made in 2013 cold case homicide in Hilltown Township. I had never even heard of this before, which I say that a lot, but this is interesting. I love when they can get a cold case. It says, detectives with the Bucks County District Attorney's Office and the Hilltop Township Police arrested a Philadelphia man on Wednesday, January 10th, 2024, for the 2013 Hilltown Township murder of Joseph Cananzaro. Cananzaro, yep. Thomas Delgado, 50, was arraigned on Wednesday before Magistrate District Judge Maggie Snow with criminal homicide, that R word we can't say on YouTube anymore, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, criminal conspiracy, and related charges. He was sent to the Bucks County Correctional Facility and denied bail. So they're saying this happened during a home invasion, like a home robbery. It says during the home invasion robbery, police say the man tied up Canzaro, his fiance, and his juvenile son, ransacked the home, taking guns, money, jewelry, and other items. While inside the home, the female was sexually assaulted. The woman and the boy managed to escape and call 911. When they arrived, they found Canzaro, 48, dead inside the garage. An autopsy concluded the cause of death was multiple stab wounds, and the manner of death was homicide. Police say robbers took Canzaro's truck and were later recovered at the Quakertown Plaza shopping center. A forensic examination of evidence recovered from the crime scene and Canzaro's stolen truck revealed a match to Delgado. They said, it would be wrong to call this case a cold case. These detectives have spent more than a decade seeking justice for these victims. Like they always do, detectives never relented in the pursuit for justice, and they are now able to announce an arrest. That is really, it's really sad that someone died in those circumstances trying to protect his family from a home invasion, and the fact that one of his last memories was probably his wife being, sexually assaulted. I think that's awful. And this guy probably deserves more than he's going to get. There's a photo of the scumbag there, and this is a photo of the victim here. I think that's disgusting. It says the case here was investigated by detectives with the Bucks County District Attorney's Office and the Hilltown Township Police Department with assistance from the U.S. Marshal Service, the federal, the FBI, and the Bucks County Sheriff's Office. Chief Deputy District Attorney Christopher Rees is assigned to prosecute. So we should get a trial out of this unless he pleads not guilty. I mean, unless he pleads guilty, but we'll see. Anytime we can get a cold case and someone off the street who's willing to do stuff like this, it's a great day for that state, the world, true crime, justice, whatever. It's great. These people need to get off the street before they can hurt or harm anyone else. I wanted to see if we could find the original article about this. Where's his name? Mr. Canzano. Let's see. Where is it? It's not going to give it to me? Come on. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if we can find the original from like 10 years ago. No, you don't want to give it to me? Okay. We got a different one though. I was hoping we might have had a video we could have showed you. Maybe this? Let's have a look.
In a cold case in Bucks County nearly 11 years after a home invasion that ended in murder, rape, and robbery. The district attorney says 50-year-old Thomas Delgado is in custody for the murder of Joseph Canizaro and the rape of Canizaro's girlfriend. It happened at their home in Hilltown Township January 18th of 2013. Investigators say Delgado and another man tied up the couple and their then 12-year-old son. During the invasion, Canizaro was stabbed to death and the woman was raped. The boy was not hurt. Police say the two men were serving the house for weeks before they ransacked the home, taking guns, money, and jewelry. Officials say Delgado's arrest is just one piece of the puzzle. The investigation is ongoing.
So they might be looking for another person over it. That'd be really good if they can get all the people involved. All right. Let me get you a different story. I wish I had more to talk about on that one, but I don't. That's all there is. This happened though. According to the Huffington Post, or the Huff Post as they call it now, German heiress children reportedly kidnapped on New Year's amid custody dispute. I saw this headline and I was like, what? Germans have a heiress or like someone of royalty? Or is it just an heiress to like a fortune of money? And we'll read about it. It says Christina Bloch's son and daughter were with their father at the time of the incident. The children of a German steakhouse heiress. A steakhouse heiress? That's weird. Do Germans like steakhouses? I've never heard that, but okay. I know they like meat. It says the children of a German steakhouse heiress were reportedly kidnapped while celebrating the New Year with their father. Christina Bloch's two kids, Clara and Theodore, were with their father and Bloch's ex-husband, Stefan Hansel, at a cafe in Brockton, Denmark, on Monday around 12:15 a.m. Danish police told the Telegraph a group of men attacked the father and knocked him to the ground before kidnapping the children in two separate cars. Both vehicles had German license plates. It's unclear whether they may have crossed the Danish border. Block's children were still reported missing as of Tuesday, according to the outlet. German federal police and Schleswig-Holstein state police did not immediately respond to Huffington Post's request for an update on the children's whereabouts. Authorities have not released a motive. However, Danish police are currently investigating whether the kidnapping is connected to Bloch and Hensel's ongoing custody battle. There's a photo of them both. Apparently, steakhouse billionaires. There you go. The couple had been involved in an ugly custody battle since their divorce in 2018. Bloch previously told the German tabloid that her former husband had kidnapped their two youngest children before, in 2021, after they did not return home to Hamburg. Hensel responded that the accusation by saying the children did not want to return back to their mother and accused her of emotionally and physically abusing them. The custody battle continues in two different countries, with German courts ruling the kids should return to their mother in Hamburg and Danish courts ruling they should remain in Denmark with their father. Oh, great. So you have like a cross-border dual country battle between father and mother, both residing with either parent, and both think they're in the right. So, wow, how's that going to end? You'd need both countries to come together with their attorney generals and work it out and be like, we're putting both of these children in a really volatile situation by one court ruling it should be the dad and one court ruling it should be the mother. You're escalating the situation because both parents think they're in the right. So you're not doing any favors to the people who should be being looked after here, which are the children, not the parents. And they really need to sort that out because they're causing more issues than there needs to be. The fact that this divorce and custody battle has been going on since 2018 is ridiculous. The children have aged 6 years in that time. They're not even the same children they were when the couple originally divorced. They're probably like teenagers now or whatever. Well, it says here, what are they? Clara is 13 and Theodore is 10. So they're starting to be, preteen and teenager. When this originally happened, Theodore was 5 years old. Clara was 8 years old. So very different personalities of these two children when they're much younger. What a bizarre situation, right? I mean, these custody battles get so heated and so like stupid with the accusations that are made up. It becomes people not looking at the correct thing, which is what the children want or what the children need to be safe, happy, educated, whatever. And they end up focusing on their own ambitions or rights for the children, and that's where the issues are happening. Roy sent me something. Hold on. What did you send me? Let me have a look. Oh, I didn't see that, Roy, but I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Hey, Tina. So there's a list of words that if we say them on the channel, we can. Basically, the reason I'm doing it now is because eventually we hope to be monetized on this channel, and it's just good to start off that way and not try and switch halfway through. When we tried to switch halfway through on the other on Web Sleuths, it didn't work very well because it was so ingrained into our brain to just do whatever. There's a list of words that if you use them in the title, the description, or speak them on the show, at least from what we understand, it'll completely demonetize you and pull you off the rankings. We've looked into a bit of research with it, and that's what we've seen. And some words weird, some words are okay. Quadruple homicide is not one that's censored, but R word, the one I keep saying, is. Sodomy, I don't think is. It's not. And there's just a whole bunch of them. There's a whole list I can show you. Hold on. Let me see. There's a giant list somewhere. I've got to find it. It's on Reddit. There's a huge list. It's a really good YouTuber actually made it. I'm trying to see if I can find it quickly. Yes, here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. You guys might not be able to see this very well, but I'll show you. It's not going to let me zoom in. There's a whole bunch of words here, and there's a whole list of them here. You guys might not be able to read them because of the color scheme I've got, but there's a whole different. These are all being tested, and you can see the star ratings. If it's 5-star, you have a higher chance of being, removed. If it's got a lower star, you run the risk of maybe being removed, that type of thing. These are like considered high risk words. There you go. Can't say that. So that's why. It's not because we don't want to. If I had no ambition to ever run ads or monetize this channel, I would just say whatever. Like I've done it before. It's just that it is something I'd like to try at some stage. All right, hold on. Sorry, this is our next story. Let me see. If you want to know the list, hold on. I can copy the link, copy link address. There we go. I'll put it in the chat. If you want to have a look for yourself, you can have a look after the show or whatever. There you go. The link is in the chat. Hey, Ruby. Ruby says, I was just at the bank and they were very amused that my name is very close to the new Queen of Denmark. It is, but no relation, unfortunately. That is very funny. You should have just walked in there with a crown and been like, yes, I need priority service. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but when you have like millions of subscribers and things like that, you can get away with certain things that other people cannot. You have more support from YouTube. Yeah, so we're not doing it like indiscriminately. It's not like we want to or anything like that. So please, if you see me doing that, it's not because I desperately want to be weird or not want to say those words. I've actually, when I first started, I would say everything. I was like, this and that, and R word this, and he got her in the XYZ, and I had to tone it down slightly. Let's see. Yeah, maybe when I get up to like 1 million subscribers, I too can just say whatever I want. Here it says a woman from Central Florida is accused of stabbing her mother to death. A Brevard County Sheriff's Office said on Tuesday, January 9th, deputies responded to a home on Seagull Drive in Barefoot Bay to reports of an injured woman. When deputies arrived at the home around 5:15 a.m., they found 69-year-old Cheryl Muir suffering from multiple stab wounds. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Holy hell. There's a lot of stabbings going on. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have. And it says here, the sheriff's office began an investigation and discovered on Monday evening, January 8th, Muir, or that's the way I would pronounce it, got into a fight with her daughter, 49-year-old Kelly Tinsley. The fight took a deadly turn and ended when Muir was stabbed. Tinsley was arrested and charged with manslaughter, reclassified with the use of a weapon. She's being held at Brevard County Jail Complex on a no bond status. There you go, no bond. Let me find a better thing for this. Hold on. Where is her name? Where is Miss Tinsley? There we go, Kelly Tinsley. Fox 35 Orlando. Let's have a look. Come on, Fox, give us the goods. No? Doesn't want to? No, that's just news. Kelly Tinsley 49. I want to show like the area. Let's see if I can get something for you. Come on, internet. Let's go faster. Oh, anyone watching the Rams game? Who's winning? Rams or Lions? Let me know. I'm really not doing well trying to find you guys anything more about this. All right, here. It says they were called to the home on deputy, yep. That there was a physical altercation and the ended with the victim being stabbed. But that's it. There's no other there's no other information. You would think after a week we would have had more by now. Yeah. Let's see.
A Brevard County woman is in jail accused of stabbing her mother to death. Deputies were called to a home on Seagull Drive in Barefoot Bay after Kelly Tinsley got into a fight with her mother on Monday night. That is when they found the body of 69-year-old Cheryl Muir inside the home. She had been stabbed to death. Deputies arrested her daughter. Kelly Tinsley is now facing a manslaughter charge.
That's it. That's all you get. 20 seconds. Must not be that big of a case down there. But anyway, I thought it was interesting. You don't often hear of daughters stabbing their mother. It's normally a male-orientated crime to kill the parents. And I mean, we have had some girls do it, but I've never seen a woman this age, like, in her 50s? 59, did they say something like that? I mean, 49. So that's not that old. It's not that young. But, I find it interesting that a 50-year-old woman would stab her mom. Don't see anything here about a history of like mental illness or anything like that. Yeah, very little to say about this until I guess she goes to court again. That's all I can think of. Lions 24-23, 7 minutes left. Come on, Lions. You got to win this. I don't want the Rams to win because I'm a Niners fan and I don't want to see them. I want Detroit to win because they haven't won a playoff game in like 30 years. And it would be a great success story for the Lions. It wasn't close to start off. The Lions got like 3 touchdowns in like a quarter, but since then the Rams have tightened down and they haven't been able to get any more points. Jojo says yes because we move out and stop fighting with our parents to that extent. You have a good point. That is a good point. A lot of people develop better relationships with their parents as time goes on because there's more distance in the relationship. So they actually sort of miss their parents, I guess, a little bit, and they can deal with them for small periods of time instead of being there 24 hours a day. Thavi, my friend, I didn't get an email from you either. I'm going to put my email back in the chat. There's no S in Sundays. So some people put an S in there. Oh yeah, it happened again. I think last night I saw a news article about another tobacco store in Victoria where I live being set alight. And this thing has been happening for months. We spoke about it a while ago. It seems to be some sort of organized crime or something. They are trying to intimidate tobacco owners to use them as distributors or something like that. I'll see if I can find something for you. Let's see. Yeah, here, another one. See if I can play a little news thing for you. No? You don't want to play a little video?
And another tobacco shop has been destroyed by fire in Melbourne's north. Police and firefighters rushed to the scene in Craigieburn as multiple explosions rang out from inside the store around 3:30 this morning. Firefighters, unable to enter the complex, fought the blaze from above as it spread to surrounding homes. Detectives are investigating if it is linked to recent tobacco targets.
Yeah, they're not sure 100% what's going on. They do know it's something to do with tobacco, like wholesalers. Like there's people who control the tobacco wholesale market in Victoria due to the dysregulation of the tobacco industry down here. And there's something going on where if you say no to using a certain supplier, they come and burn down your store, basically. Who are you talking about, my friend? I'm trying to. Diamond Heart says, I don't understand what is going on with these people. Could they be hypoglycemic? Could it be all the drugs? Is it food or the water? Are you talking about the people who kill other people? I don't know. It could be. I really don't know. Last night I was asking someone about, like doing true crime shows like we do tonight, and why is it that we struggle to understand or comprehend why these people commit murder? And that person told me it's because we're not in that frame of mind to commit murder. So it's very difficult for us to put ourselves in that frame of mind where we could try and understand. And I was like, that's a pretty good explanation. Because, it's not something we would do. So how would we know? Did I get your email? About the doctor? I did, yes. But I haven't. Did we do that one? I can't remember. Can't remember if we read about this a couple of weeks ago. Here.
A much-loved doctor who dedicated his time to helping others. Ash Gordon was left to die with horrific injuries in the middle of a Doncaster road.
Nice as. Like a proper person, like productive.
The 33-year-old has been identified as the victim who chased burglars after a home invasion. His body discovered less than a kilometre from his home.
If someone broke into your house, what do you do?
Handwritten tributes left at the scene describe him as a true gentleman, intelligent, honest, compassionate, friendly and generous. One friend wrote, I truly thank you for all that you helped me with. Justice will be served and the devils who did this to you will rot in hell. A skin specialist, the young GP treated patients in Richmond and Box Hill. Colleagues have told Nine News Ash worked here at the super clinic in Box Hill for more than 4 years. Today, they had the heartbreaking task of turning away patients who arrived to book an appointment with their doctor. Shoes and laptops were stolen during the break-in. It's unclear if the computers had any patient records, but police have stepped up patrols in the area. Early on Saturday night, teens were seen running from a party up and down Sargent Street. On Wednesday, a woman living next door had her car stolen, and around 6 weeks ago, an elderly couple living on the same street were burgled.
Like, you can't just have people coming in and like stealing.
Police say they aren't investigating anything linked at this stage. Neri Tai, 9 News.
These break-ins down here are getting worse and worse. It's happening quite a lot. We've had more than one person in a home invasion killed, injured, stabbed. It's happening so much, and it seems to be the crime of fashion right
Melbourne's
now.
latest tobacco shop.
Shush, we already watched you. It's happening a lot, and I'm not sure what the answer is to it down here. I guess tougher policing and higher visibility patrols and more patrols, being closer with the community, outreach community to the community. Unfortunately, in Australia as a whole and Victoria and Melbourne, as maybe more Melbourne, the outreach with police and the community is, I would consider, poor. It's not very well done. It's very much a us against them mentality, even though the police down here like to spout that it's all, oh, we love our community, we're always here to help and things like that. But I can tell you from living here and talking to other people that they don't see it that way. And they see it as that police are only out to, hit their targets, issue fines, traffic tickets, that type of thing. And they don't actually care what's going on in the community. I don't personally think that, but I just think that the community morale between the two has hit quite a low point because people are seeing these crimes happen and then not a lot being done about it. It's 3 years later and we're still getting these bloody break and enters where people are getting harmed, people are getting assaulted, their stuff's being stolen, like cars are being stolen and used to commit other crimes. And the community's, one, scared, two, had enough. So thanks, Thavi. I appreciate it. Hopefully it'll pop through. Yeah, so there's a little insight into what it's like. Wu says, in Canberra, I drive from one end of Canberra to the other side and not see one policeman, yet in Queanbeyan, there's so many police driving around. I hear the police and I occasionally see them. Living near a main road, I do hear their sirens quite a lot. But yeah, like I don't see them a ton. Jojo says, so they think it was teenagers. Yeah, it seems to be either teenagers or youth, what you would consider youth. And it seems to be some sort of fashion or like a thing to do this. And it unfortunately tends to be in certain minority groups, especially in Melbourne. I'm not saying it's all them, but for a period of time, it seems to be surrounding them for some reason. Well, we lost another doctor the other week as well to a break and enter in South Australia. We spoke about that one. And now this guy as well. I mean, we need as many doctors as we can down here at the moment. It's an industry that's suffering from decline due to burnout and things like that. Emily Narb says, I see that. Another Maria. Where is another Maria? Where is she? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, the new chat box we have here is so small, it's hard to pick up on mistakes. Moonlight View says it's a job category now. I think that's what some kids think. Or kids are just so bored. This is what they think is a fun way to spend the time overnight, is to go break into homes and steal cars and things like this. And then instead of it just being about joyriding in cars, it escalates to these other more serious crimes. It's really sad, especially when we lose vital people. All right. A shooting in Massachusetts. Let's have a look. A video shared by Massachusetts authorities shows a deadly shooting of a man that happened inside a Brockton restaurant. The video released from Plymouth County District Attorney's Office shows the moments before, during, and after Friday night shooting at a hibachi sushi supreme buffet at 718 Crescent Street. A man is seen approaching a table about 7:25 p.m. before he pulls a gun from his jacket and shoots the victim at point-blank range. WCVB News Center 5 has chosen not to share the part of the video that shows the suspect fire the gun at the victim. The video shows there were multiple children near the table where the man was shot. Another man is seen grabbing a child in the immediate aftermath of the shooting and fleeing the restaurant, which is located in Brockton East Shopping Plaza. The 22-year-old victim, Joe Aragio of Brockton, was transported to Good Samaritan Medical Center where he was pronounced dead of his injuries. Let's watch the video here.
From Brockton, new video just in of a brazen fatal shooting at a restaurant last night. Police.
No, it's not going to show us. Why won't you actually give us the full video? You weird thing. Give me 1 second. I'll have to figure this out. It only wants to give me this little tiny one. Joe Arabia of Brockton. There we go. Might have to use our friends at NBC instead. There we go.
And we begin this Friday night with breaking news. One person is dead after a shooting inside a Brockton restaurant. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Corey Smith. Let's go and take a look at the scene just a few hours ago. You can see police surrounding this hibachi restaurant in the middle of the dinner rush. NBC 10's Michael Rosenfield live in Brockton for us tonight. Michael, this is still an ongoing and active investigation. What can you tell us?
Corey, witnesses describe a very violent scene that took place here at this restaurant tonight. They say someone walked in, shot somebody, and then took off. It happened around 7:30 this evening here at the Hibachi Sushi Supreme Buffet, a popular restaurant here in Brockton. Witnesses told us the suspect was wearing a mask when he came in and fired. There were several people, including children, in the restaurant dining at the time. The victim died from the gunshot wound. All night, we saw officers in and out of the restaurant as they try to piece this all together. So far, no description of the suspect, but there is a Honda Accord surrounded by crime tape here in the parking lot. Unclear if or how the vehicle may be connected to the crime. The restaurant is located here in a very big shopping plaza on Route 27. We spoke with a clerk at the liquor store next door.
This plaza is like super busy usually. It's pretty safe. I've never worried about it till like 10 o'clock at night. It's pretty safe. If you've been here last, 9-10 years, I don't think I've seen anything like that.
So far, police have not released any possible motive for the crime. They have also not yet identified the person who was killed here this evening. We're live in Brockton. Michael Rosenfield, NBC 10 Boston.
It's not letting me out of the page. I'm like sitting here going, let me out of the page. Hold on, I might have to switch here for a second and then. All right, there we go. Yeah, there you go. Very sad. You go to like you go to dinner and then you get shot and killed at a hibachi restaurant. I mean, what the hell is going on? Emily Nob says she has to go to bed. Emily Nob, good night. Thanks for being here, and thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it, and your sweet message. I will read it out in a little bit. But you get to bed, have a great sleep, get ready for Monday. I know it's quite late. Let me show you the video that Thavi sent in. As long as that's okay, Thavi, I can share that on the air. Is that all right? If you let me know. If you let me know, I will play it in a second. If she says that's okay. Sorry guys, hold on. Weird. Okay. All right, let me see. Yeah, so can we play that? Is that all right, Thavi? It's got no personal details in it or something. Bye. Okay. See you later, whatever your name is. I'm not in the chat, so I can't ban the Moonlight View if you're here. Take care of that. I'm just waiting on. I don't want to play her video without her asking. So, all right, let's talk about a different one. Let's talk about a different one. Here. This is one of our last stories for tonight. Police documents reveal some gruesome details Tuesday about an incident that led to a discovery of a dead man at a North Omaha home on Friday. Alyssa Roman, 31, is expected to appear before a judge Wednesday morning. She was arrested Saturday in the death of 33-year-old Alan Christa at a home near 55th Plaza and Mormon Bridge Road on Friday evening. There's a photo of Alyssa right there. It says here, warning, some may find the details in this report to be disturbing. An arrest affidavit states Omaha police officers arrived to a reported home invasion, another home invasion, at a residence on Hanover Circle just after 5 p.m. They were told Roman, who was wearing a shirt without pants, had to be forcibly removed from the home. Witnesses gave her description and direction of travel. Officers then observed Roman through a window at the 55th Plaza address before she fled out the back door. The document states officers caught up with her and transported her to Emmanuel Hospital to be medically cleared as she was showing signs of excited delirium. The affidavit also states officers performed a sweep of the home, finding blood on the walls, a skull, and brain matter. Christa was found shot in the head in a bedroom. Officers also found a shotgun in another bedroom with a woman's pants and underwear placed over the tip of the gun. Roman allegedly told officers once she was cleared from hospital that Christa did not shoot himself and that he and Roman were the only two in the home when he was killed. Wait, so you basically dobbed yourself in for murder? She says Roman allegedly told officers once she was cleared from hospital that Christa did not shoot himself and that he and Roman were the only two in the home when he was killed. Yeah. So she basically admitted to the murder to herself. Let's see. Guys, give me 1 second. I gotta fix something. If I can. Microphone's playing up. Nope, not working. Hold on. Hold on, my friends. Hold on, my friends. There we go. All done. Sorry about that. I love you all for waiting. Yay for Detroit. Did they win? Did they win? Let me see. Did they win? Did they win? Did they win? They won 24-23. Well done to Detroit Lions. Man, that is a crazy drought that they went through for so long. Well done, and same old sorry ass Rams. Sorry, being a Niners fan, I have to say that it's obligatory. Diamond Heart says, I love your channel ping. Thank you. It's very kind. I appreciate it. Bambi Girl says, Texans beat the Browns 45-14. Gotta love CJ Stroud. You know, your coach is our old coach at the Niners. And we really didn't want to lose DeMeco Ryans to you guys, but he's doing quite well down in Houston, especially with CJ Stroud. So he doesn't even go here. I know. Yeah, go Lions. What a great story that is. What a great moral victory. Not just a real victory, but a moral victory for all of Detroit. I mean, I don't know how long their drought was. Hold on, let's see. Like 30 years or something, is it? Yeah. Detroit was, I'm saying it says Detroit is, but I'll say was. Detroit was 33 years removed from its last playoff victory. Wow. That's crazy. Well done. Well done to the Detroit Lions. I mean, they're not going to the Super Bowl this year. The 49ers are, but, you know, well done. They can go to the Super Bowl next year. Leach says the Broncos had a bad season. I think once the Broncos were sold to the new owners, I think they've had a lot of ups and downs. I don't think the new owners are quite figured it out yet, and they will. I mean, once Elway left and once I can't remember the family that used to own it, but once the older man died and it was the kids who took over, and then they sold the Broncos to the Waldens. I mean, they'll get there eventually, but I think it's a little while away. I think they've tried to do the right things, it just hasn't worked out. Marlene says Steelers play the Bills tomorrow because of the weather. Yeah, apparently New York or up in New York was so dangerous they couldn't put the game on. Packers won. We're seeing the Packers next week. Niners Packers next weekend. We'll see who wins. I hope it's the Niners. All right. I wanted to talk more about this one because I think this is crazy. I was hoping we could find something a little more detailed about her. Hold on. I'm just trying to find something for you. Okay. I find it wild that she just like admitted to the murder. She's like, yeah, we were the only two in the home at the time. And, you know, he died. Here we go. So they're saying it's like a bad trip, that she had like a bad LSD trip. That's pretty brutal. I mean, I thought those were just rumors. Like, I've heard of people taking LSD, but I've never heard of anyone really having that. You know how I don't know if anyone's ever had LSD, but, you know, or been near people who have. But you know how there was always like that rumor, like, oh, you could have it and have a mental break and never come back, or you could commit a crime while you're on LSD because you don't know what's going on. I always thought those were just rumors, like real, just, you know, paranoid cases of like, you know, 0.1% affected from LSD or something. But this is very interesting. So she says she was high on LSD and killed her boyfriend. That's crazy. I reckon we're going to hear more about this one as time goes on. She's being held without bond in the Douglas County. Alyssa Roman, 31, is charged with second-degree murder and use of a weapon to commit a felony in the death of her boyfriend, Alan Christa. That's crazy. Oh, there's court documents detail deadly shooting. Okay. Let's see if we can get this bit. Yeah, she's decided to hop up, and I don't know why. I told her that they don't need to see your butt. That's why I moved her around. If you saw me moving all weird before, it was because she jumped up on the other side and walked behind the monitor. But there you go, Rory. I'm going to interview you about true crime. How do you feel about the murders in today's society? Do you think it's a something troubling that we should be looking into, or do you think it's just part of a statistical, you know, average that's been going on for 50 years? Let me know. Or do you think it's an anomaly that we need to just look at? You let me know. Do you have an answer? No comment? You pleading the fifth? You let me know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she wants to go. She wants to hang out here. All right. Oh, Legal Hunting made it. Hey, Legal Hunting, how are you? All right. Wait, what time is it? What time did we go on? 2 o'clock? What? Oh, we must have gone on at 2. Hey, good to see you. Here's the mice mafia. Yeah, she's just going to sit there apparently. All right, Rory, I have to tell some stories. I can't pat you the whole time, okay, girl? Oh, you're going to lie down? All right, sweetheart. She's a weird girl. She's just gone to sleep. You can just see her ears now, but she's gone to bed. All right. Let's see what we can find. Can do a couple more stories. We've done so many. It's only been 1 hour, and we've done like 10 different stories. Apparently, there's a 45-year-old Colorado man murdered 2 young children before taking his own life. James Jake Hill was reportedly involved in a custody dispute. 45-year-old man murdered 2 young children before taking his own life. James Jake Hill was reportedly involved in a child custody case filed last October, according to KCNC. The Routt County Sheriff's Office said that deputies were called to conduct a welfare check in the tiny town of Phippsburg on Saturday and made entry to the house. They found Hill and 2 children aged 3 and 7 dead inside. They said this is being investigated as a murder-suicide and there is no known danger to the community. The sheriff's office did not say how it was committed, but offered condolences to everyone involved. Let's check out KN or KCNC. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. For some reason, CBS does not come up black on the stories. It comes up bright white, and I don't want to do that to people. Oh, here we go. Hey, get off my thing. A man and 2 children died in apparent murder-suicide in unincorporated Routt County south of Steamboat Springs. Routt County Sheriff's Department deputies on Saturday responded to that welfare check. Yeah, there's not a lot of information. Just that you would think with 2 children, there would be a much bigger deal being made about this. Colorado Sun. Yeah, just this small little blurb. Maybe because it's from a tiny town. It's not from a big, big city or something. It says the names of the 2 children have not been released. Investigators did not disclose the cause of death, but said they are investigating it. Yeah. Wow, how sad. Is this going to tell us about it? No.
Good Saturday morning. Snow is making for great conditions.
No, it's just going to tell us about the weather. That's really, really awful. The fact that Alicia says, does Rory have a manager? Yes, me. I'm her manager. In the spotlight. Yeah. Haven't heard a thing in Denver. Apparently it is from, if I can find it, I've got so many tabs open. Hold on, let me close a couple of these. No, not that one. Not that one. There are So where is Phippsburg County? Let's have a look. Oh, Routt County. Let's have a look. It's in Colorado, so yeah, it is near you. So it's near Steamboat Springs. So it's quite rural, according to my map here. It's sort of west of Boulder, Colorado, the big city, Boulder. So if you went up into sort of the northwest of Boulder, Colorado, sort of almost directly west, it's sort of out near there in sort of the very rural part, very foresty sort of area out there. Yeah, western Colorado. 5-6 hours away, so it's not that close to Denver. Oh, thank you, Marjorie. She says Steamboat Springs is a big ski resort town. Okay, so it's more like a reliant on tourist trade for like their work and things like that. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. I don't know if she's still here, but I wanted to say thank you to my friend Beth B. She gave such a lovely donation and a very nice note. And it was really, really kind of her. I hope she's doing well. I wish I saw her a little more. So thank you, Beth B. I really do appreciate it. Your support of the channel since I started has been really kind. It's really, really sweet of everyone. And I hope everyone's happy with the way it looks. I know that there's a lot of people who supported the channel very early on, even earlier on when it was only on Sunday nights and people wanted to get this done, this office space done. So yeah, thank you to not just Beth B, but everyone who supported the channel since I started talking about moving into a different space that had a desk and a chair and a wall. Look, a wall. So, volcanic eruption in Iceland. Another one? The same one as last night or a new one? Let's have a look. Last update 16 hours ago, apparently. Look at this. This is the footage from Reuters, I think. You can see it's like getting a house. Burning down a house, the lava. That's crazy. Molten rock is attack. I mean, I think once it gets to your house like that, I don't think anything can stop it. I don't even think like a fire brigade or water or anything could help you. It's just so much heat and so much like, fire and rock and molten metal, and you just have to leave. It's all you can do. They said they built barriers of rock.
This morning was that an eruption started very close to Grindavik, which is very serious. The barriers that we have been building, even though they are not finished, we have seen that they are actually providing some protection for the town. So the lava has changed its direction. But then around noon, we had a new shock when a fissure opened within the town, and there is lava flowing up from that fissure. Already, several houses have gone under lava, so it's a very serious situation we're faced with here right now.
So they don't go underwater, they go under lava, apparently, according to her. It says the first eruption began 8 a.m. when crack opened in the ground about 450 meters from the town. Protective barriers of earth and rock pushed lava from the first fissure away from the town. However, a second crack then opened around midday on the edge of town, measuring 100 meters, with lava engulfing homes. Wow. So we've got lava in Iceland, and we've got, let me see if she wrote back. Or not she, they. Let's see if Tharvi wrote back. I don't know if Tharvi ever wrote back, but I'll show it. I hope she's okay with it. She did send it in. Hope it doesn't. No, I can't actually. No, I'll have to wait for her, or they, or them, because I don't want to. I don't want if it has like her license plates in it or something. I don't want to do that to her. Okay, I'll have to wait. It's a pretty cool. It looks like a video from their house with all the snow coming down, and I wanted to show you just how bad it is where Tharvi lives. They are so calm. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, the volcano is coming and the lava is engulfing the world and it's all good. We will build some things. And they're just like, they're not even that concerned. They're just like, oh, yeah, we just evacuate everyone. When lava stop, we come back in, we build again. They're very calm people. Yeah, it's crazy. I was watching the stream on Agenda Free with Mr. Luckner the other day. They were saying though that I think these guys here, this construction crew that's building these big soil banks to try and redirect the lava, one of their operation camps got surrounded in lava, and they had to like evacuate. I think they were able to save most of the machines, but a couple got taken by the lava. Unfortunately, look at this giant sort of divider that they're trying to build, and they're trying to keep it away from different houses and assets. So they build these banks, and they hope to almost like a river redirect it away from humans, anything valuable, and yeah, they try and make these little tracks for it. It's very interesting, and it must cost them an absolute fortune, like to get all these people out here. There was a video of someone in one of these digger trucks right next to the lava. They were trying to escape. I'll see if I can find it. It was really crazy. He's just sort of like driving and there's all this lava next to him. Eruption reaches Icelandic town. Let's have a look. Let's see. No, I can't seem to find it. That's a shame. Maybe Reuters has something? Yeah, look at this. Look how bright it is. It like just illuminates everything. There's something here, like this is a house or something down here, and this is the lava. It's just like it dwarfs like structures. Like you can see that when you first look at that, you go, that's not that big. And then you realize this little speck is like a house. It's like it's literally monstrous. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. Look at the like the steam plume coming up. It's just huge. Hopefully, we don't get like the ash in the atmosphere like last time. Oh, dormant for 800 years. They've been evacuating. Yeah, didn't we have a scare back in like October or something like that? We had a scare that it was going to explode and everyone was watching for like a few days and then it didn't happen and everyone sort of gave up. Hey Tharvi, is it okay if I show the video? Let me know. I would like to show it if you're okay with it. If we can. It's a pretty cool video of all the snow. We'll see if she replies, or he, or they. Marilyn says Lookner was on story all day. He does crazy live streams, like 10 hours, 15 hours. Like I can't. I did 4 hours for New Year's, and then my voice started going. So I don't know how he does it. He is better than I am. Let me see if Tharvi replies. 800, yep. Futile effort. Once the lava gets near you, definitely. Let's see. I wish we had something else. Hold on. What? Let's have a look at this. This is interesting. Family man murdered in front of wife and son revealed to be hitman on Interpol's most wanted list. A supposed family man gunned down in front of his family last week in Brazil was in fact a Serbian hitman wanted by Interpol. Local police said Darko Giesler, 43, had been wanted for a decade by the International Law Enforcement Agency, and that Interpol believes his murder may be related to his past. Investigators learned that the passport found on the dead man belonged to a Slovenian man who lost it in 2017. Giesler, they believe, had been living a lie in Brazil for about 9 years. Surveillance video shows a masked gunman shoot Giesler dead as he was stowing his family's bicycles after a ride with his wife and 3-year-old son. His wife, who he met in 2015 or 2016, said she had no idea her husband was a contract killer. Giesler, who told the Brazilian neighbors he was a carpenter, was wanted in Montenegro for multiple murders and possession of weapons and explosives. Giesler's killer fled in a black car. His identity is unknown. That is wild. Darko Giesler, 43. They could make a movie out of that. Let's see if I can find something else about this. Is this got something to do with it? Let's see. I want to find something. Hold on. Here. This is a website from Brazil that I have, I think, or it might be Portuguese, that I've translated. I've used Google Translate, but it says, the murder of Serbian Darko Giesler, 43, on January 5th, until then known for being a discreet and calm man, caused shock in the Embare neighborhood in Santos on the coast of São Paulo, where he lived. He was killed in the company of his wife, whose identity was not revealed. Wow. He introduced himself as Dejan Kovac and said he was Slovenian and a carpenter. However, days after the crime, not only was his real name revealed, but also the suspicion that he was a killer in Europe. There's a photo of him. So he ran away to Brazil to hide from his past. So it says, after discovering that his nationality and name were false, the civil police began investigating suspicions that the Serb was a hired killer. The thesis was reinforced with the discovery of a murder in Montenegro, a country next to Serbia, with weapons and bombs. The suspect for that crime, according to the Santos Civil Police, had the physical characteristics of Darko, which was confirmed with fingerprints provided by Montenegro police. That's when it was discovered that Dejan was Darko, even wanted a decade ago by Interpol. The hypothesis is that this homicide in Montenegro is linked to others committed in the same region of Eastern Europe. He was wanted internationally for murders for pay. Wow. What a wild story. They're saying a Brazilian posing as a Croatian citizen was arrested with drugs and precision scales at a hotel in Jardim Castelo in Santos on January 5th, the same day as the crime. To date, however, no link has been found between the cases. The Serb's wife, and with whom he shares a son, said in her statement that she was unaware of his past. Investigations are ongoing in Brazil and abroad to detail the Serbs' links to other violent actions and homicides in Europe. Man, they could make a documentary out of this, for sure. They're like something on Netflix. I reckon they could do that. Right, Darko? It sounds like one. Hey, see ya, Kim. See you next time. Yeah, get out. Make sure you do that before the sun gets you. Alright, I reckon they could do a Netflix show on it about a hired hitman who has to go live in Brazil under a fake identity. I want to see that show. That'd be a great show. Okay. I want to show you Thavi's video. Let's have a look. Look at the snow where she is, or he, or her, or octopi. Let's have a look. The snow's crazy. That's so much. Like, did that happen overnight? That is heaps. That is a lot of snow. I hope your car's going to be okay. I always wonder, like, does having that much snow in your car ruin your car eventually, or do you have to get a special coating on it, like before the winter, so it doesn't wreck your car? I know, right? I have never seen that much snow in my life. It must be a real pain. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Okay, let's wrap up for the night. As you know, I will be back tomorrow, 9 p.m. for our normal weekday shows for Nights with Ping. And now that we're back in the new studio, it's going to be every night. No problem. Our schedule's open. We can do whatever. It's no problem. I'm still waiting on this email for this project I'm working on, and they told me it would be ready last week, but I didn't hear anything. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it'll be this week. It is so big. I can't wait to tell you what it is. It'll blow your mind that I even was able to get this. I promise. It'll be crazy. Yes, good night, Marlene Clausen. It was good to see you wherever you are. Hey, there we go. You can avoid that by marrying a local. He could have said he was from, the same area. Don't know if you would have believed him, but maybe not. Yeah, thank you to everyone for showing up again tonight. I appreciate it. It's been so much fun over the last few days. Great time doing the shows in the new studio. It's much easier. I got a second screen coming, so it'll make it easier so I don't have to control the articles and then flick to another screen to read the chat. You guys will be on this screen right here, and I'll be able to see you in very big letters, and I won't have to flick between the two. So that'll be a lot easier in the coming weeks. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. As soon as I get this video, I'm going to air it like instantly. We'll be on, and I'll do it, and it'll be great. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. We're just wrapping up for the night. Been on since about 10 o'clock. Jojo says the salt they spread for clearing the roads rust out cars. That maybe you have to spray it with like a high pressure hose. Hey, Moonlight View, you feeling any better? Are you sick too? Someone told me that everyone was sick. I can't remember who told me. Gambler says they have an oil spray you can apply. Okay, that makes sense. Candy Williams says good night. Good night, everyone. We will be back tomorrow night, I promise. Thank you to everyone who showed up tonight, to the replay crew, to Moonlight View, and everyone else. We'll be back 9 p.m. tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Join me then for more true crime. Hey, everything happens on a Monday morning. You know that. Weekends are always a bit funny with news articles, but first thing Monday morning, it's like the news goes crazy for true crime. So I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about in about 18 hours or 20 hours or whatever it is. Until then, thank you very much. Thank you to Emily Narb and Beth B and Sean the Sheep. I hope is Sean here? I hope he's doing all right. I hope he's not sick or something. I hadn't seen him in a while. I hope Sean's okay. And that's it. That's it. Until tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Until then. Oh, good luck to your pups. Hope they're okay. Good night, everyone. See you later. It's been Sunday Nights with Ping. We're out.